My name is Ben Bowman. I'm the director of Knucklehead, starring Alfre Woodard and Benga Akinabe. I'm originally from Minneapolis, but I've lived in Brooklyn for 15 years. I've directed television, commercials, and short films, but for my first feature film, I chose a story set in my neighborhood in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. Knucklehead is a story about a developmentally disabled man who lives in a housing project in Brooklyn with his family, and his only protector is his brother. When he loses his brother, he's left to fend for himself in an unfriendly environment in a difficult situation with his mother. He sets out to try to treat his incurable disorder. This takes him on a journey where he has to confront some unwelcome realities. Knucklehead's a gritty urban drama, but it also has a lot of humor. In conceiving of this project, we were thinking of some of the best work that's being done in film and TV out there, and there's no way to avoid a comparison to TV shows like The Wire. And it's not an accident that one of my favorite actors from The Wire is Benga Akinabe, who I'm fortunate enough to have not just as the star of the film, but also as the producer of the film.
There is no more cinematic place than here in Brooklyn, here in Bed-Stuy, my neighborhood. We've got interesting people, we've got interesting architecture, interesting food, interesting streets. There's life happening here every single day, and we're shooting on location here. There's nothing better, nowhere better than here in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. Case in point. When I read the script for Knucklehead, I flipped. I read a lot of scripts, and unfortunately, not all of them are good. And this one was great. So I made it my goal to make this movie. With everything that's going on in the world, it is very easy to forget that some of the hardest struggles are happening right next door to us. In our neighborhoods, in the people who walk down the street and we see every day, and we don't know what's going on, and they're going through their own journeys. So this movie is a way of exploring that and maybe even reaching out. And as a black actor, to be able to tell this story of an individual who is, like I said before, just trying to make his way in the world the best he can with his limitations, it's an amazing opportunity. So come along for the ride.
In the end, we've decided that the best way to make the film is the way that some of my favorite filmmakers have made their first films. Which is to be completely independent. So we've been able to raise private equity financing. We just need a little bit more, and that's why we've come to Kickstarter. This little amount will allow us to make the film the right way and to complete it in a way that's entirely independent. And we retain all the creative control, and that's the most important thing for us.
We are very close. We're almost done, and a little bit will go a long way to help us reach our goal of finishing this film. And your contribution makes a huge difference in an independent film like this. We have many levels of giving. Just make sure you give. This is something worth giving to. So you'll feel good, and you may even get your name in the credits. You may even get to hang out with me. I may even get to hang out with you. We're almost at the finish line, as they say. Help us cross first, but just help us cross. We don't want to fall flat and right in front of the finish line like some of those Olympic runners that just, were dehydrated and they just couldn't make it, and then their dads came out and helped them go over, and it was all, sorry, I haven't eaten today, so I'm a little tired. It's getting hot in Bed-Stuy. You know how it is in Bed-Stuy, it gets hot. So help us get across the finish line.